he had been feeling bad. He'd been having back pain, and his mom and dad took him to the doctor, and at first they thought it was, I think they thought maybe it was pneumonia or something, and then they determined that it was more serious than that, and they admitted him to the hospital, and we found out that he had the cancer, and that's pretty devastating for a 16-year-old, but it's also devastating for his family too.
It was all kind of a blur. It happened so fast. I think it was mostly that they were trying to assure me that this was a very curable cancer, that I was in, and if I was in an age group where I had to get cancer, I would be in the ideal age group for that. And this was one of the easiest cancers to beat. Not that it's easy to beat it, but it's one of the easier ones. But that it would still be a pretty rough trip.
I don't know how in the world anybody can handle it, but particularly a young person. He's been really good. I mean, obviously he's gotten down at times, and there's times that he's been mad. I mean, we all are bad. But he's really kept a pretty positive outlook, and I think he's done well. Every time he comes into the clinic, he's smiling and nice to people and everything. But it's been a hard row for him. But I think he's handled it about as good as any 16-year-old could have handled it.
I've always been pretty positive about, I'm going to get better. This is just a bump in the road. I can get through this.
It gives you a different perspective on things. You don't tend to get upset, with the little things that go on as you do, or as you used to.
I have to thank the people at Dance Blue too, because they've just been phenomenal. My sorority that I'm paired up with, the Delta Zetas, they are the nicest people. They've been so nice and kind to me.
He wants to try and do a mini marathon at school to help raise some money, so we're going to try and look at doing that.
The support's been absolutely phenomenal. I can't really even thank my grandmother enough. She always would help, buy me food when I was in the hospital, bring me whatever I wanted.
Hospital food.
I do not like hospital food. I will admit that right now.
I brought John here for his clinic treatments, and I saw a sign somewhere in the hallway or somewhere about it, and I always want to support the cancer program or the oncology department, and we're so grateful for everything they've done for John. And so I saw the sign, and I thought, well, it's a good charity, and I'll donate to it. I was just planning to donate. I had no intention that I could possibly win. And so then one day I'm at UK at my office, and someone calls and says, do you remember buying a ticket for the Lexus for the little ones? And I said, oh yeah. She said, well, you won. And I said, what? You're kidding.
I think it's awesome that you won a car. It's really cool. I didn't even really know that they were raffling anything. My dad's like, oh, by the way, your grandmother won a Lexus. I'm like, wait, what?
But now I've decided I'm going to give my car to him. He's turned 18, and because of the treatment and everything, he hasn't been able to get his driver's license yet. But as soon as he gets his driver's license, I've told him he has this car, and it's a good car. So he's excited about that, about getting it the grandma car, I think is what he calls it. But we were told that John is now cancer-free, so that's the most fabulous thing. It's just wonderful that the type of treatment he's received, and we're very grateful. And we're very grateful for the Lexus, too.